Bob's so tall. Everybody's tall. I'm very humbled. Probably a little more nervous than I thought I'd be. Appreciate being up here with Ed McElhaun. I know Fastener Quality Act. That's part of my background. Casey, I'm a son of. It means a lot. See you guys there. Baron's a good friend. We've gotten to know each other, so I'm very happy to share the day. This thing's broke, but all the same. I wrote a lot of notes, mostly because I didn't want to forget stuff. Tommy Hip, who works with me, my partner in crime, said, "Marty, you're inducted, man, that's great." I said, "Thanks, Tommy." He goes, "You get to give a speech?" I said, "Yeah, it's good, keep it short." I said, "Thanks, Tommy." I'm more worried about thanking people than I am other things. So I kind of got two parts of this, but I do have to thank some people. One of the reasons I asked Bob Baer, I don't really know Bob as long as I know a lot of you. We become friends very quickly. I thank Rich Cavoto, my dear friend. He introduced us. One day we were going out, and he said, "I'm going to bring Bobby Baer along." I'm like, "Isn't that like good-looking guy who dresses up? Why would he go out with us?" And he said, "It's okay, he's a White Sox fan." And in Rich's world, that's big. So, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Emerald. I'm very thankful for everything. And we're very thankful. I'm thankful for Emerald. We are not the largest organization. We're not the largest industry. And what they do to put this show on, I think, is commendable. I appreciate it myself. Every year I come network. And we're not Apple. We are the fastener industry, and we're very proud. And I couldn't be happier to be in here, except with a bunch of you people. So let me get a couple things out of the way. I think I'm the first person inducted as just a rep. There's people here who have been reps. Robbie Gilchrist last year, but he had a distributorship, Leo Core, the magazine. I think I'm just a rep. And I have a lot of friends out here who are just reps, and I'm honored to be in your company. There's good reps, bad reps. Sometimes you're a good rep for some line, or you're a bad rep for others, but I will tell you one quick story, and I'll be done with it. I don't want to go on and on, but there's a guy in my territory, Bill Robb, who's been around forever. One year I kept hearing all these people were going up to Screws Industries and visiting it. And finally I said, "Bill, what's the deal? Everybody goes to Screws." He said, "Oh, I tell people, I go into a company, say, 'Can I take your salesman to Chicago the next day?' And Andy Croft picks us up at the airport, takes us to Screws, World Washer, to a plater, get him home by the end of the day, get him lunch, and they fly back the next day." I'm like, "How much does that cost?" He says, "No, we pick it up. We do that." I mean, how creative is that? They would pick your customer up, spend the day in Chicago, showing them the plane. No wonder everybody bought from Andy and Screws. And, Bill's a rep, creative rep. He's a mentor of mine. I'm like, that's freaking genius. And everybody said, "Yeah, I've seen their plan." So, he's an idol of mine and somebody I look up to. Again, I'm the son of. Some of you knew Gil, my dad. Great relationship, really wonderful, sounds similar. I also worked with Cal Stearns for a long time. One of the proudest things was having him work till he was 80 with me. Wonderful man. And Tommy Hip. And but we are reps. We've repped some of you, a lot of you. Some of you I don't rep anymore. But I thank every single one of you for any time you let me represent your company. And I may not have always done the best job. Sometimes I did. But you help pay the bills, and I appreciate every one of you. And God, we have a wonderful industry. I think the unsung hero in my world is that inside salesperson. So if I'm so fortunate to get someone to call in, and they take care of them, and the day we see an inside salesperson in the Hall of Fame, I'll be happy, because they are the lifeblood of any organization. They're never at NFTA meetings, I pretty much guarantee you. But to a rep and any outside salesperson, it's very important. The sales managers I've had the chance to work with, from Rich Cavoto, Larry Kelly, who gets Old Rusty Bolt beer poured out at Buckeye, to D'Annunzio out there, and my father, Cal Stearns, Bill Onforth, and he's here. I couldn't be happier that Bill's here, because similarity between Bill and Bob Baer, they call bullshit on me. Bill when I was a young guy, and I'd tell him how the world worked, because Nolan's, it must be an Irish thing, you know, don't let me near a microphone, because I'll talk and talk. And Bill would always say, time out, Marty, hold on. Bear does it today, so, you know, the opposite ends of my career. But Bill, I'm glad you're here, I really am. And I've told him that privately, but it's nice to be able to do it. I know I'm being inducted as a rep, but I know I'm not necessarily in the Hall of Fame because I'm a rep. It's because of the associations and the people that I've got to work with, the Vicki Lesters, Nancy's back there, Lisa from North Coast. I don't think he's here, but George Hunt got me back after, you know, my kids were busy at soccer and all that stuff, and George got me back in North Coast, and then I followed him as president. So the associations are part of my lifeblood. And, you know, you guys know this. If you're a rep, you got a network, and associations are wonderful for that. There's an online community, some of you ignored, that the whole trailing salesman thing, and the blog is, you know, I'll mention a few things about that, but I get on any morning and find Rosa the Riveter and John Butler, Jake from ISCO. I mean, there's a whole community of people out there every day, and I would be particularly remiss if I didn't mention Lisa and Chris, who run Fastener News Desk, and Brian and Eric. I mean, they don't sell any fasteners, to be honest. They got a radio podcast and you know, those guys are such good friends. I appreciate everything. I don't think I would be at this podium without the likes of you, Musker probably didn't show up, he's busy. You know, you're making him work the booth, so. Jackie Ventura and Eric Dews, we had a fun road trip, didn't we? Yeah, go and get the Hall of Fame bricks. I didn't have a truck. So Eric drove down, and that was a, you know, catch me later over a beer. Jackie, you're my fastener sister, you know that. Also got to thank Mike McGuire. When I started this blog, I told a couple people, I told Mike, he said, hey, don't print rumors, don't print stuff you're not, you know, don't do that. It'll sink immediately. And I know he's out here someplace or was, but